It's no joke. Holy smokes, we are not too late, and we are about to hit all-time highs plus probabilities just hit 90%, Tom Lee declared, shocking everyone. 90%, indeed, and according to Goldman Sachs, 3 of those that we are all praying for are on the horizon, and the market recently gained $1 trillion. It's no joke, holy smokes. Hi there, lovely individuals, moneymakers, shalom. Something from the CFTC as well. I am aware that everyone is anticipating the CFTC's announcement. To send out those positive energies, all I need is that you smile at me lovely. Smishy, you've been helpful, so hit the like button. We've changed from red to green, as you can see. Therefore, it must be due to your preferences. There is no other rational option, so please go on. Wink, wink. Naturally, there isn't a direct tie between the two. At $3.70, early XRP is up for 0.4% for the day. Bitcoin is currently trading at $15,000. Despite this, it has failed to surpass the 16,000 threshold. As you may recall from the earlier videos, we discussed the threshold that must be reached in order to maintain momentum. Ethereum, however, is rising 6% as a result of assets nearly returning to its previous level prior to the recent decline. Other assets 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10% are present today. Once more, the most odorous of them all was up 10% over $1. There are some influential people today, I guess. It's all really pleasant if you visit the bubbles, I guess. Brown, hun, I apologize. Green, due to their color blindness, my sons are unable to distinguish between green and brown. They find it difficult. It originates from my wife's side. Correct. Her brothers struggle with color because they are also color blind. They now use that as an excuse anytime we play a game or do anything else. Wait a second, what color is this? They ask. Their justification is that they are attempting to cheat. Thus, we'll see where the market might move from here. Once more, a really good recovery today. Once more, we are at the stochastic RSI's bottom. Now that we are experiencing a pleasant upward momentum, the likelihood is strong. Well, but to what extent? Who knows, and perhaps we sink, don't we? Since I have no idea what Donald Trump, the President of the United States of America, would say, I will never advise you to buy, sell, and hold. I have no idea what the Fed will do. I'm not sure if they will have any geopolitical issues, not financial advice, of course. Always conduct your own research before making an investment. Really, really, really significant. The likelihood of a rate cut in September now stands around 90%. This is the result of several things. We've already discussed the GDP, the employment reports, the recent tariff figures, and the Fed's remarks at the most recent Fed meeting, but the job reports were the main factor that changed the odds. As of right now, Goldman Sachs is stating that they anticipate the FOMC to make 3 consecutive reductions of 25 basis points in September, and everyone is eager to hear that. The market is prepared, I guess. Is Trump prepared for the Fed to begin lowering interest rates? And it appears that the possibility of that occurring is growing. And we only lost, right, after Friday when we lost around $1 trillion in value. Because they didn't lose unless they were selling. Today, however, everything returned, and the market capitalization increased by $1 trillion as equities rose again due to the euphoria surrounding AI and large-cap tech earnings. You can see a lot of green. Yeah, as a result, Friday was a crazy weekend. It has already been 2 days since we withdrew. XRP is currently recovering after leaping off the trendline support level. Ethereum is at the forefront, and it will be fascinating to watch how it develops over the next few days. Tell me what you think in the comments area. Do you believe choppiness will be observed? Do we hold on a minute? The button was my turn to press. Whoa, do we currently observe a pleasant swing to the upside, or will the roller coaster continue? Tell me what you think in the comments area. Are you getting ready to go? Are you using leverage now? What are you doing? By the way, I just wanted to remind you about our partner BTCC. If we're discussing leverage, you can either go long or short if you're interested. Leverage is one tool you can utilize to perhaps increase your revenues. You will receive a 10% deposit bonus on your first deposit of at least $500 USDT if you sign up using my link, depending on how much you trade. You may also be eligible for an additional incentive of up to $10,000 per user. However, kindly trade responsibly. Leverage has helped me make a lot of money, but it has also cost me a lot of money. Therefore, please trade sensibly. Recognize the dangers and benefits. Correct. You may start with that and see if you like it or not, if it's for you or not, by using their demo. Remember, it's not for everyone. Additionally, despite BTCC's 14 years of existence, we have witnessed exchanges close, go bankrupt, engage in deception, and close positions. Thus, examine the user agreement, comprehend the benefits and risks, and check to see if it's accessible in your nation. Additionally, I will receive a commission if you trade real money using my link. I'm grateful for that. Well, let's get back to the normal program. Although I never said that in the video, I've always wanted to say that. I have no idea why. Eleanor has informed me that the CFTC is looking for public input as part of its initiative to investigate trading spot cryptocurrency asset contracts on CFTC-regulated exchanges. It is a component of the agency's larger crypto sprint, which Acting Chair Carolyn Pham announced last week. Thus, this is intriguing. We may be able to trade cryptocurrency spot asset contracts on DCMS. Very intriguing. We'll see how this plays out in the future and what the general public thinks. Incredibly fascinating. Let's go on now. I'll take the opposing stance. Oh, I shrank. I was unaware of that. Well, let's hear what Tom Lee had to say on CNBC. We won't be listening to the entire interview because he starts to talk about Bitmine more towards the end, and I've already talked about Bitmine a lot. All we've discussed for the last 3 days is what I want. I only want to focus on the first section of his discussion of the state of the market. Let's listen to what he had to say, shall we? Let me confirm that there won't be any technical issues. All right, I believe we're fine. I believe we're doing well. Tom Lee, the Chief Investment Officer of Fundstrat Capital and Head of Research at Fundstrat, is joining us today to discuss markets and other topics. In addition, he contributes to CNBC and serves as the chairman of Bitmine. We have some new information that you can use to determine whether you are bullish or bearish. It's probably still a little bullish, but all right. It appears like the economy may be slowing down a bit. The markets undoubtedly retreated last week, since, Freedom Day, you've been firmly positive, but last week was a setback because August isn't generally a fantastic month. You believe that there is some choppiness here. Are you still optimistic? Greater than well, given that the market opened higher and ended lower for 5 days last week, it was unquestionably a consolidation. They refer to that as bearish engulfing. We're consolidating that 28% gain from the April lows, so it makes sense. Regarding the work-related matters, I believe that the data is just catching up to our current understanding. I take it that the labor market has been soft. It's a good setup, in my opinion, because the Fed now has more tools to make a dovish turn in the autumn, and it's not too late because we know that the housing market is what they're going to stimulate to. Had a few guests discuss that earlier, and that's what will boost the economy in 2026. Thus, it seems like a really good arrangement to me. We are merely consolidating before making a more significant upward surge. Greater than given its dual mandate, is it reasonable to assume that the Fed should have been able to determine that the risk of a slowdown outweighed the risk of inflation? Do you believe that they are fighting because they somehow missed that? I'm not sure. Trump, however,